I see that says that we're live. So let's say,
Hello, hello.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
live.
we're live.
Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning and happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Yeah, happy Friday.
Woo! CC Faust, you want to get us kicked off with the introduction and what we got going on today?
Sure, sure. Let's go. So happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the fifth edition of the zkSync Weekly Rollup. As a reminder, this community call, this small casual chat, is the opportunity for us to introduce someone from Matter Labs for you to get to know um, uh, what people do at Matter Labs, the builders of zkSync, what is their day-to-day job, and how do they contribute to the success of zkSync, and also the opportunity for you to ask questions to these people. This week we have the chance to have Amy with us. Um, she's leading the events team at Matter Labs, and I'm here with my colleague, as usual, BXPana, community manager at zkSync. So it's a great pleasure to be here with you. And let's get started with Amy. Welcome, Amy. Buidlvibes,
Thanks.
sorry.
Hey, yeah, Biddle vibes. I know I was supposed to be on a couple weeks ago, but we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I texted Braden and Esteban, and I was like, I got botted.
Yeah, last time
It's,
in Discord it was busy.
yeah, it sounds like that's something that has happened to a lot of you out there. So I've had it happen to me too. Um, really excited to be here and really excited to just be able to do events at Matter Labs and kind of get to know the community in person and on the ground. And my experience is actually in events. I've been doing it for over 15 years, producing events all over the world, from Nintendo events to Facebook events to crypto events. I really love what I do, and I hope that reflects through the work and the experiences I get to create for all of you guys.
Yes.
Yes, I mean we had the chance to attend one of your events in New York during SmartCon. It was at the Museum of Ice Cream. That was a blast. I think the community loved it, right?
Oh yeah, that one was so awesome, and I was so concerned off the bat because it was so out of the box compared to a normal crypto event, right? And the ecosystem I think is so used to right now, just kind of like these normalized after parties, and they're at bars and they're drinking. And for me, I really wanted to create an opportunity for all of us to be able to engage in a really memorable way. And what better place to do that than in New York City at the Museum of Ice Cream in a pool of sprinkles?
That was
And
that. Yeah, it was
what's
crazy. That was a great event, and I think one thing that is super cool about having you on the team is you really elevate our event experience and like take it to the next level. Like I said, there's the typical ones, and then there's like the events that you throw for us, and it's just wow. So thank you for that. But I'm sorry, Tsitsipas, you were going to say something.
yeah, I had a question because you've been nailing all the events that we had so far, and I wanted to know when you look or when you organize an event and try to make something as memorable as the one at the Museum of Ice Cream, how do you design it? How do you what is the thought process that you get into when you say, now we have an event, let's make sure they have a fun time there?
Yeah, normally it would be right. You think about like the brand, or in our case, the mission, and you think about, what is it that you want to achieve per that objective. That's like normally how you would think about it. But for me, I think about it a little different. I think about what would first I like to do if I was a community member attending an event of a brand or mission that I really supported. And for me, that really drives like the whole creative approach. Like, it should be something where you're going to want to go first off. Second, it's an experience that you're going to remember, with great conversations and people. So for me, when I was thinking about the Museum of Ice Cream, I thought to myself, like, okay, this is really cool. Like first, like even if like I even if this like wasn't, any brand that I was like ever interested in, right? Or mission, like I would first want to go. But then on top of it, it's something that I really support with people that I support. So why not have this experience at somewhere different where we can really create an environment that I think also aligns with the energy that we have for what we do. And thinking outside of the box is something that's so important because I know the community is constantly doing it. The community wants to be heard, right? And like I feel that I'm a part of that community. Like I'm not just over here at Matter Labs, like working, for a job. I'm over here at Matter Labs because like I really believe in what I do, and I really feel like I'm a part of the community as well. So I think of the community when I do it as well.
I
Yeah,
think
and I can only confirm that. I think the community as well. I mean, we've seen a little bit. Uh, you sent some swag in Japan as well to support a bit our community out there. They were super happy about that, and I think you're making an amazing job to feel the community at home, whether it's in-person event or if also during our online workshop and hackathons. You always try your best to create this sense of belonging and participation in the mission of Matter Lives. I think you've been doing great so far.
I really appreciate that, and take that with such value because that's what I want to do. And even for the community we currently have, there's like another community out there, right? And it's a community that's like curious about crypto, and they want to get involved, but they're not really sure where to start. And I think when you have events that are more appealing and comfortable to attend, where they're like, okay, I could go to this, have fun, and maybe it won't be so serious, but I'll get to learn and meet new people. It grows our community, and that's what we want to do. We want to grow our community.
100%.
We're
And
always super. Yeah, go
uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, you're hitting it right on the money, and I think this is like the perfect extension and collaboration of like community and events, and you're like it's for the people, and it's like listening to the voices of like what people actually want to enjoy and like participate in, instead of being like, oh, like this is what I want, like this is what we're gonna do. It's a collaboration experience between you and the community, and that's what I love about seeing events. It's this extension of this digital world finally moving into like, oh, being comfortable and open and inclusive in the physical world too.
Speaking about that, we have an event that we are going to be attending in end of February, going into March in Denver, called ETH Denver. And ETH Denver is like exactly that. I don't know if you guys have ever been to ETH Denver, but on top of the experience they create, it is for the community. One of my favorite things about ETH Denver is it's completely free. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm over here thinking to myself, some of these events with the $1,200 tickets, like, I can't even go and I really want to go. But ETH Denver is one of those events that is completely free to attend. So all you got to do is get yourself on a flight, a train, I don't know, hitchhike, get there, and you're welcome.
So you all heard that, Alpha. Next, we're gonna be at ETH Denver. So get your visa ready, get your journey ready, because we're gonna be there, and I'm more than happy to welcome all of you there.
Yep. And I believe this year, typically it's at the Sports Castle, which is a bit of a smaller venue, and this year they like bumped it up to like this huge venue. So this year's going to be wild. I got to go this year, I guess, right, 2022, and that was my first ETH like conference experience, and yeah, it blew me out of the water. Amy, you're right. It's super cool. So we're excited for that.
Yeah, this year, the venue is huge. So I know all of you guys experienced the same thing that I experienced last year at ETH Denver, right? A really big line out the door, completely packed inside the venue, which maybe deterred you from maybe attending this year. I don't know. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I really like that because I'm a raver. So, like, shoulder to shoulder, you know? But this year, the space is huge. It can hold a lot of people, and we will have some incredible footprints there that you won't want to miss. And I would say the most of our team's going to be there, so there's a lot of opportunity for you guys to meet us if you've never met us before. And then I and my events team are currently in the works on some really cool items, digital and physical, that will be given away at ETH Denver. With our new Dev Cat Zeke. So it'll be some swag you won't want to miss out on.
Ooh, more alpha.
More Zeeks. I think the
Yeah.
community has been really happy and yeah, welcoming with Zeke. I think so. As a reminder, Zeke has been created in the events team, and it's a product of the events team, and it's been helping a lot to draw people attention. We've noticed, I think, in the booth, whether it was at ETH Lisbon or at SmartCon, we saw a lot of people coming to our booth and say, "Hey, who's that guy? Hey, it's Zeke. It's our friend from zkSync."
I think that's another
And
clear example of like how well events is tapped into our community. Like thinking, hey, here's something we can do, and it was like a first shot, and you guys just like bullseye targeted it exactly what the community wants, and people are like, I love Zeke, and I think that's a great sign of what this relationship looks like in the future between events and the community.
Yeah, Zeke is awesome, and we did a lot of thought when creating Zeke. It wasn't like we just came up with Zeke and that was it. There were many versions of Zeke, but what we really loved about it was it really represented just kind of like who we are. Yeah, we're this mission and we have this goal, but we're also, the community, right? And sometimes the crypto brands, can all be so serious all the time. And we're not all so serious all the time. Like, we enjoy what we do and we want to have fun while doing that. And we also want people to be able to come up to us and be like, hey, like, I really like your cat. And then that opens a door for conversation. So we plan to dress Zeke up in lots of different outfits over the course of 2023, and hopefully introduce some other opportunities for you guys to get a Zeke yourself. So excited about that. I think we were just at ETH Lisbon, and one of the things that I really wanted to hear from everyone was like, what kind of swag do you want to see with Zeke? And I'm thinking not like just what kind of normal swag do you want to see with Zeke? Like, really, like, if you could have any swag item you could want, what would you want with a Zeke on it? First thing that comes to mind is like, I want an Eno hammock with a little Zeke all over the hammock, so I can just like backpack everywhere and take Zeke with me.
It's sick. I think, yeah, I think it's more and more alpha just dropping left and right. This is probably our most alpha episode.
and in the community, please, on Discord, if you know or have any ideas of where do you want to see Zeke, just drop any suggestions in our suggestion channel, and we'll happy to relay, and maybe your idea is going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a really cool program a long time ago, and our whole program that we did was community driven for all our events calendar of the year. And what that meant was we said, hey, to the community, where do you want to see us? And we took that and we literally went to wherever they called us. And it was so fun. it was so fun because people are so amped to be like, yeah, that was me. I told you to go there. And there we are. So we're listening to you. We heard you guys. ETH Denver was one of those. We want to hear what other places you'd like to see us at for 2023.
Nice. And I think we do have some questions in the chat, which is cool to see this time. I think, let's see, some people were asking, or one of the people suggested a Zeke umbrella and Zeke crochet, which would be pretty cool. I like the umbrella thing. That's really cool.
No, I can like see Zeke now, and Zeke has like, you know, like a little rubber ducky and then like a little raincoat on, right? And then he's on an umbrella. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. You got me going now with that one.
All right. Where somebody wants to know where can they get the zkSync T-shirt? They like the black one that Sisyphus is wearing, and the ones that we're wearing. Amy, where do they get this great swag and merchandise that we have?
Yeah, you guys are in for something special because me and my events team are currently working on an opportunity for you guys to be able to go on a platform and be able to get your own Zeke gear. Of course, going to one of our events is the place to grab it first and foremost. This past week, we did limited edition Zeke hats with a little Zeke on top of a little dad hat. So it was awesome. But we have some plans to be able to get you guys swag easier. Please feel free to reach out to the community, especially if there's an event in your area and you're like, hey, man, it'd be so cool. I mean, zkSync's not there, but we'd love to like support. Feel free to reach out. I'm totally open to conversations and being able to support in maybe a physical way of just swag. Whatever we can do to, you know, help amplify your event, that's what we want to do. So events@matterlabs.dev is a great email to reach me at, or feel free to find me on Twitter.
Well, we will be sharing also your Twitter on our Discord. I hope you all heard that. If you're organizing an event, or if you're having an event in your city and the local communities, and you want a little bit of support from zkSync in terms of swag or how we can hype up a bit your event, feel free to reach out to buidlvibes.
And
I think
what's the Twitter?
I was gonna say the buidlvibes is the Twitter as well.
Cool.
Yeah, and we just did an event actually in Japan. It was super cool.
Yep.
I will say it was a little last minute for me, so I like rushed to get everything together. So if they have a little bit of time to support your event, that makes it a lot easier for me to do. But we still made it happen. I sent a whole bunch of zkSync and buidl shirts out to Japan to a hackathon, and it was so cool. Everybody was wearing them. It was a lot of fun to see just the love for our mission and the people within our community through pictures. Like literally they were texting me and I was like, this is so cool. I want to do this more. I want to do this more.
Nice. Yeah, I think that was super cool to see because, like you said, it was last minute, but everything worked out, and just got to see the picture of everybody wearing the shirts, and they really enjoyed that, and it really sparked this this drive inside. Like afterwards, they reached out again, like, okay, cool. Like, what's next? What can we do after this? And I think it's like that little spark that gets everything going. And I think somebody had asked here in the chat, when are we expanding our communities or opening up to like communities around the world? We are open for anybody. We really believe in empowering our community, and so if you think that there's something missing in our community, whether it's a community in your country or something that is going on our Discord, like we encourage people to just take that empowerment to say, hey, I'm going to do this. And we actually see a lot of that happening around the world. We see that with the community in Japan and Vietnam, China, Russia, I think
Turkey.
Right. There's so many all over the place. Even talking to somebody right now, trying to start one in Mongolia. So I think until we have like that official ambassador or advocate program, it's a great way to just like step up and be like, I'm doing it. And now you have this direct connect with Amy at the events team to be able to kind of bootstrap that until we have that official system. So
yeah, and I'm like totally down to brainstorm with you. Like maybe you're just one person in that market and you don't know where to start and you really just want to spread the mission and you want some ideas on what you can do in that market, or maybe there's people that I could connect you with. I'm in communication with so many people all the time, all over the world, and I would love to have that conversation with you, take the time to invest into not only you but into the market, and to figure out how we can overall achieve our mission, which is the mass adoption of crypto for personal sovereignty, which gives us the freedom to be able to create. That's kind of like the way that I look at that. Is it gives me the opportunity to just be me the way that I want to be.
yeah, self-sovereignty, man. That's what's up. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions I'm seeing related to events right now. Amy, did you have anything else that you wanted to part with before getting back to the rest of your beautiful Friday?
No, I think that's it. I mean, I really appreciate you guys. And again, like, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to just have that conversation with you. And then when it comes to swag, if any other ideas come into your mind over the next couple weeks or of course of however long, please feel free to drop that into the community channel and be able to talk about what you'd like to see, because we really do listen to everything that you guys say, and we go. I see Esteban and Brady going through the Discord channel like constantly, and there's so many messages. I just like, seriously, not one is missed. You guys are incredible. So thank you for everything that you guys do in the community as community managers. And then thank you for everyone that has attended our events or will attend our event, especially at ETH Denver.
Woo! Thank you so much, Amy. We appreciate you coming on, and welcome to our community.
Thank you very much, Amy. It was great to have you here.
Thanks.
Have a great Friday
ahead.
and a great weekend. No, sorry,
yeah.
I just wanted to
thank
say.
you. Thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, it's Friday. I want to get off this call. Actually, I'm gonna go work some more, but on ETH Denver and a couple other events. But hey, guys, I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye, Amy. Bye, buidlvibes.
Bye.
Sweet. I think. Wait, there was something I was going to cover. We can cover that. So somebody has a question about what Steve is talking about at the Bakeless. We'll just cover that at some point throughout this. So I guess we can move on from that. That was really cool. I love that.
Yeah, it was cool.
We're getting in the groove. I think, okay, the sound is better so far, but I think there's something up with my mic. There's some like little white noise or something, so I apologize about that. But let's go ahead. We've got about 20 minutes left, and so we'll start off with a few community announcements. This week, if you haven't already noticed, we have new Crew 3 quests. I think there is about 6 of them. There is an invite a friend, which this isn't like go into Discord and get an invite link. There are specific directions on the quest that show you how to get your invite from the Crew 3 profile. So it's an invite to Crew 3, and then your friends could go to do the Discord and Twitter if they wanted to. It's just to get started, and they need to do at least one mission to get you your XP points. That's just a little insight there. And the rest of the quests are really about learning and about just being familiar with our roadmap. We know that there's so much going on across the ecosystem that it's hard to keep up. And we just had a new article released last week after our weekly roll-up that explained everything in our roadmap and moving forward. And so that is wrapped up into into our quests and would help you complete that. And yeah, the new roadmap article is great. Keeps everybody in check with where we're going, what's coming up next, and a great reference for you for if you're like, wait, what is going on right now? What is baby alpha? What is fair onboarding? What is full launch alpha? Everything that you need is there. Oh, I forgot to say that this week we were testing out for the chat channel that you'd have to subscribe to be able to ask your questions in the chat. I just wanted to see how that would go, see if we got a little less spam. So far, it looks pretty good. We appreciate all the questions coming in and people joining. Let us know how you feel about the subscribe option. If it's fine, cool. If it's not, if you'd rather just be open, we're happy to change that up. And then another community announcement, just a huge shout out. We now have a Chinese specific announcement channel that is managed by our community mods. So just wanted a big shout out to Age, Neil Android, Bob Zhang, Lisank, and Poe. I think there's a few others that might have been working on it as well, but just, is that all of them?
Yeah, they all rock. Thank you very much. It's amazing to see community initiatives like that.
Yeah, and I think like Amy was saying, she's like, you guys are awesome. You guys, there's nothing unanswered, and it's like, but it's not. It only goes. There's only questions go unanswered because of our amazing community moderators and our ZK stars that just are fantastic. Like they just step up. They know what the community needs, and it's just like that. That they're taking ownership and being like, oh, the community needs these answers, and to make sure that there's constant support, and people are just doing it, and we just really appreciate that. And big shout out to you guys. Ooh, we only have 10 minutes left, so I guess we'll try to do a speed round. That's okay.
I think in order of priorities, do you want to hint a little bit at what is coming next week with Steve and Bankless?
Yeah, I guess there's not too much that we can throw in there. What was, I think it was ICO News who was asking that on YouTube, but Steve's just going to continue to cover some things going on in our ecosystem, things that are moving us forward, and just give part of what we want to do is be transparent and communicate with everybody as we move along in these stages. And so that's one of the things that we're doing. Is there anything else that we can say?
I think just stay tuned. Next week, big announcements are coming. Stay tuned. Look at our announcement channel, our Twitter account, and make sure you tune in for the next Bankless episode. And that's all we can share, I would say, for now.
Yeah. I think, and then maybe we can cover some of the things that aren't easily found on our Twitter. So typically we like to go over the things that happen on our Twitter, like the join the mission tweet or the ecosystem update, and then like the 1,000 true devs. I think this update, we've been seeing some people ask about what's going on with mainnet and our stress tests. They just want to know a little bit more. So people asked in our Discord, and this is something that you'd only really know if you were on our Discord. We haven't done any major announcements around this yet, but somebody had asked how's mainnet going, or baby alpha mainnet going, what are the stress tests, what's going on. And from Anthony, our head engineer on Discord, said things are going well so far. We have the security contest going on with Code for Arena at the moment, and they are evaluating our L1 contracts. And we're heads down on a number of things on the engineering side. Lots of work on performance, for example. We aren't using our mainnet environment for much testing because it's actually less useful as a test environment than the public testnet or our internal testnets. Mostly we care about how the system behaves under load and with lots of real world use cases. And of course we don't have those on mainnet just yet. So just to give a little bit of insight to what's happening now, straight from the horse's mouth, and in regards to that Code for Arena, there's a total prize pool of 165,000 USDC, and that is for our L1 contracts for zkSync 2.0. So if you like to dig into things and check things out, go for it. Could be a good prize for you too if you find something. What else? Anything else to cover? We got 7 minutes left.
I'm trying to go through the questions that I see here. As usual, no comment on the winner drop or when token question. No comment on that. Give us guy zkSync t-shirts. Attend our events. Come to the booth, and we are happy to discuss, have a chat with you, and gift you one of the zkSync swag that BXPlan and myself are wearing currently. Maybe something that was in our Twitter accounts this week, but maybe got a bit unnoticed in the community, is that we had the Aave proposal passing. I think that was also a dependency that a lot of developers were requesting to to build on zkSync, and we had the proposal live. Thank you to Franklin Dow for helping us again there, and the proposal passed. So it seems like Aave is coming to zkSync soon.
Yeah, the ecosystem just grows and grows. Love to see it.
Yep. zkSync Uri. Yeah, I'm checking the questions that we see here. I mean, apart from that, you all seen the Join the Mission tweets. If you haven't seen, we've been talking about several projects that have been using zkSync and the reasons why they've been using zkSync and deploying their contract on zkSync. We had MEXC that added support for zkSync network for deposit and withdrawals. We had Zigzag Exchange that have been building on zkSync since zkSync 1.0. Spacefy announced that they would be launching their Launchpad program for NFTs and IDOs. We had Argent that shared their thought about our last week milestones, Baby Alpha. Congratulations again for the tweet to the engineering team for that. That was a huge milestone, the first zkVM online on mainnet. Mute, a DEX, has been building also since day one on zkSync testnet, and they shared a bit of their thought why they did so and why did they choose zkSync. So please check our Join the Mission 11 tweets, and you will see a little bit more about the projects that are building on zkSync, and we'll keep on that loop also next week and the week after to keep on highlighting some of the ecosystem projects.
Yeah, it's great to see. And just a quick clarification, the MEXC or MEXC exchange, those are for deposit and withdrawals of ETH on 1.0, not for 2.0 quite yet. But it's still a great option. All right. I think instead of trying to, well, I don't know. We have other quick things, like we have AMAs weekly on Thursday right now. We had Ramon, our head of product, on there this Thursday. You can check our Twitter for the recording. And then there is a RAMP virtual panel coming up on November 8th. Steve, our chief product officer, is going to be speaking with RAMP, Orbiter, and Argent. Might be something interesting, something cool to check out. And then for all you devs out there, zkSync 2.0 SDKs, JavaScript, Python, Go, and Java. With some more coming as well. We are looking for some testers. So if you're interested in testing out some of our future SDKs and giving some feedback, we already have a few great devs that are doing that for us. Just ping us on Discord, bxpana or Sisyphos. We'll give you the dev test role, and you'll have a little access to a channel to give some feedback on different things. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Anything else, Sisyphos?
I think we've covered most of the thing happening this week. I'm trying to see some questions here on YouTube. Are any plans of bringing self-minting tools? I think this is mostly the community that is going to build such kind of tools. Like if you want to mint your NFTs or launch your ERC20 tokens on zkSync, I think community are going to build these tools, and we provide the infrastructure, the protocols, the zkVM, the layer 2, and then you're free to build anything you want in there. So that's a bit the philosophy that we have.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like, even for example, right now you can do there's, is it a collection? Oh, never mind. I can't remember if you can do that on the applications we have on testnet now. So never mind.
There was an application, a project that allowed to mint your ERC20 token. I remember that.
Yeah.
But, I don't remember the name though.
I think it was Flare. It was like the one-click contract. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, nice. Okay, in 2 minutes left. People are still reporting some faucet issues. Remember, we have the faucet channel in our Discord. You go to the Girl that Eateth faucet, you do //faucet, and then you'll put your address and it'll give you 0.01 ETH. We know the fees are a little bit higher right now, and it's something that we're working on with that performance. And so we'll have some updates coming in the next week or so, I believe. That should help with that. But there's also some other faucets that are out there. One built by the community member that is super cool. And then one of our community member moderator, or ZK Stars, actually found another resource that we'll link eventually for you guys. So yeah, that's I think that I have on the faucet stuff. Cool.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think we got everything covered for this week. We're gonna slowly wrap up.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it in the time that we had. We have less than a minute left. Happy Friday, everyone! Again, thank you very much for tuning in. It was a pleasure to host the zkSync Weekly Rollup 5th edition, and thank you again, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend.
Yep, same here, y'all. Thank you so much. Love you guys. We'll probably change up times next week, so keep or pay attention to that. We'll change it and announce everything on our Discord, or when we schedule the YouTube, we'll have the correct time or the new time on there. So thank you, everybody. Have a lovely Friday, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.